It's been months in the planning. Tomorrow, French voters head to the ballot box in the first round of France's presidential elections. Candidates have made their last appeals and campaigning has now wrapped up, but there's still plenty of work to do at the thousands of polling stations around the country. We caught up with a team near the southwestern city of Toulouse. French media outlets are now banned from discussing the candidates' campaigns or indeed exit polls until 8 p.m. local time on Sunday. That's when the last French polling station closes. The Paris prosecutor is promising to come down hard on anyone breaking that embargo, but Swiss and Belgian television and radio are not governed by the same rules. They're expected to start circulating exit poll results as early as 5 p.m. It's also impossible to stop the flow of information on social media sites such as Facebook and Twitter, but there have been warnings that if the election result is too close, unlawful leaks could lead to it being cancelled altogether. And a reminder to our viewers that France 24's special presidential election coverage begins at 6 p.m. Paris time on Sunday evening. Do join us for that. Now, security is being ramped up in Bahrain after overnight clashes killed at least one protester ahead of Sunday's Formula One Grand Prix. Opposition activists have promised to use the event to air their grievances with the ruling monarchy. Late on Friday, they took to the streets and burned tyres near the race circuit, demanding an end to political repression. The UN Security Council has thrashed out a rough deal on sending more observers to Syria, set to be voted on later today. The resolution is a compromise between Russian and EU drafts. Moscow has called for unanimous support. The text authorises deploying up to 300 monitors to look at a supposed ceasefire in the country. I'm joined now on the line by Ziad Majed, Assistant Professor of Middle East Studies at the American University of Paris. Thank you very much for being with us, Mr. Majed. Is there any point expanding this observer mission when the Syrian regime is consistently violating the ceasefire, because the existing team didn't even venture out yesterday due to the violence? You mentioned Russia being against sanctions such as Hillary Clinton was calling for this week, along with an arms embargo. Can you explain, though, why Syria's ally is so keen to rally the rest of the Security Council behind this latest resolution on expanding the observer mission? What are they set to gain? US President Barack Obama has called for the two Sudans to get back to the negotiating table. His appeal came after Sudan said its forces had recaptured Hejlij after seizing the key oil hub 10 days earlier. South Sudanese forces are now withdrawing. Border clashes escalated this week, fanning fears of an all-out war. Obama joined US Secretary General Ban Ki-moon by calling for talks. Stuffed into bags and hidden in a truck under piles of potatoes, 10,000 kilos of explosives have been uncovered by Afghan security forces. They have detained 5 insurgents in Kabul. Intelligence services say the men intended to use the cash in a massive attack and that they'd been trained by the Pakistani Taliban. That's it from the France 24 newsroom for now. A quick reminder not to miss our French election special on Sunday evening. That's from 6 p.m. Paris time. I'll see you again in 20 minutes with our next update. Bye-bye.